Honorable sir, please.
You are now unmuted.
Thank you very much, Dr. Kadian, sir. Uh, I am really honored that you have invited me to speak on this great
You
occasion.
are now muted.
And though I received Padma Shri from Government of India, I am just a brother of all of you, and I am so happy today that my brothers and sisters they have honored me with this particular endeavor that I have to address them. I am really humble, sir. And as you have rightly put in, I belong to a veterinary family. My brother, my father-in-law, my wife, my daughter, we are all veterinarians. And I'm very proud for my profession, sir. And whatever success that I have achieved, like we need to help them. So good afternoon, everybody. At the very outset, let me convey my heartiest best wishes to all my professional brothers and sisters all over the country and the world as a whole on the great occasion of the World Veterinary Day. I am very thankful to the Indian Veterinary Association for considering me to deliver the thematic lecture of this day, that is environmental protection for improving animal and human health. Respected members of the profession, today we are celebrating this auspicious day when the entire planet is facing a critical situation arising out of the dreaded COVID-19 pandemic. Nobody yet knows how this crisis will end and how many will survive this viral onslaught. Millions are affected worldwide, thousands are dying every day. So such a situation makes this topic really relevant today. Respected members, when we look back to the day when the first unicellular organism of the microbes and nutrients, water, air, forests, oceans, glaciers, these are all important components of the Earth's environment, and its health is directly related to the health of animals and humans that inhabit it. The rising ambient temperature favors vector species like mosquitoes, ticks, etc. And we have already observed a much higher incidence of vector-borne diseases and protozoan diseases rather in livestock and companion animals. In humans also, vector-borne diseases like malaria, dengue, and Kala Azar are all on the rise. Exponentially growing vehicular traffic in our cities, coupled with the industrial emissions, have alarmingly raised the air pollutions, where the air quality index has reached to a level which doesn't support life. Whereas the upper limit of air quality index is 50 for a healthy living, many of our cities have already crossed the 400 AQI limit. So this is causing asthma, pneumonia, bronchitis, and many other respiratory diseases. River and other sources of water are badly polluted by industrial effluents, city garbage, and even human and animal excreta, causing emerging and re-emerging epidemics like cholera, enteric fever, etc. So skin affections, eye problems, allergies, and even cancers are causing great harm to people and animals alike. We are aware that all environmental damages are not caused by humans alone. Some are also caused by natural events like volcanoes, earthquakes, tsunamis, storms, floods, etc. They also cause ecological imbalances, but many major environmental disasters like forest fires, greenhouse gas emissions are a result of anthropogenic activities. So the so-called upscaling of quality of living has been responsible for much higher levels of carbon footprint and all contributing to environmental. permafrost vegetation after loss of the ice cover will bring in global warming at a much
You
faster
are now
rate,
muted.
as this is a huge reservoir of methane and carbon dioxide, the two major greenhouse gases. So all these will affect the health of human and animals alike. We must act now if the creation should survive. The One Health is therefore a very relevant mission. We all should contribute to its success. The role of veterinary profession becomes increasingly vital today with the challenges faced by the world. We must undertake need-based research to manage and eradicate all the possible zoonotic diseases, rabies, tuberculosis, leptospirosis, brucellosis, anthrax, and so many other diseases of this kind that are emerging and re-emerging with vengeance. So the veterinary profession can definitely contribute greatly towards building a healthy earth. So come on friends, let us do it. I am so proud to see how our brothers and sisters are supplementing research in COVID-19 diagnosis, vaccine production, and even in handling affected patients. I salute all my veterinarian brothers who are doing this on this auspicious occasion of the World Veterinary Day. Now, let us talk about some mitigation measures, how we can maintain the health of this planet, our very small planet Earth. Sharing of knowledge and keeping balance among nations in dealing with climate change. Helping people and nature to adapt to a changing climate. Combat deforestation and take up afforestation measures in a very serious way. Engage with different stakeholders to reduce carbon emission. More and more use of renewable energy like solar energy and wind power. Provide help to the developing and poorer countries to adopt clean energy sources like wind and solar power. Besides, we still can do say water harvesting and measures to keep surface and groundwater levels constant and free from pollution. Lesser and lesser use of fossil fuel. And so revert back to the organic living of our ancestors so as to leave good memories and not carbon footprint on the earth. So friends, probably the pandemic has given us a big lesson, a big jolt. So let us wake up and resolve that we will not further damage the environment of our planet. We will try to heal it with all our individual and collective efforts. So Jai Hind, brothers, I am very thankful that I have been given this opportunity to speak to you on this occasion. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Professor Sarma, for giving a very useful and informative talk on the World Veterinary Day. Definitely all of our veterinarians will follow the guidelines, and they correctly said that COVID has given a chance to everyone that we must work together in one health approach to mitigate and plan some of the future strategies to control emerging infections world over. Thank you very much, sir. Now I request Dr. Mahesh Yadav, or let's go with some messages which we received.
All my veterinary brothers and sisters, on the occasion of World Veterinary Day today, we have been doing a great service to the society by satisfying the protein hunger of the world. On the background of corona incidents today, we have got a great opportunity to play a role in the containment and control of the disease. Thank you.
Sir, is there a disruption?
On the occasion of World Veterinary World Veterinarians Day. I congratulate all the veterinary surgeons and veterinary practitioners who are working day and night to maintain the animal health of the state.
Of our animal population throughout the state. As you are aware, we are facing challenging times at the present moment because of the COVID-19 pandemic. We've also had a couple of
infectious
outbreaks of
including avian
very
influenza
infectious
and
animal diseases, including avian influenza and lumpy.
our entire veterinarians, all the veterinarians working in the state of Kerala have walked the extra mile in trying to contain these disease outbreaks in our animal populations, and they have also cooperated with the health department by lending both equipment and protective equipment and machinery like PCR machines to our health department to fight the pandemic. I'm sure that with the combined efforts of all of us and the extra effort being put in by the veterinary surgeons and practitioners of the state, we will be able to meet this challenge head on and come out successful at the end of it. At the end, once again, I wish you all the very best on the World Veterinarians Day.
A very good morning to all the vets of the country. I extend the best wishes to all the vets on the World Veterinarians Day. We should really appreciate the society for appreciating the service of the vets who are dealing with their pets, the animals and the birds as well. This was not the story when we have passed out in 89-90, but now we should really appreciate the society for recognizing the services of the veterinarians. I would also want to communicate one more point. In the recent ordinance which was passed for the medical doctors, I have requested the concerned health minister and the government of India also to include the vets in this ordinance. I am not very sure whether the ordinance is passed including the vets, but I can assure you all the vets of the country that once this bill comes to the parliament, and if the vets are not included in this, I would definitely move an amendment to include the vets and see that the vets are also safeguarded in this country. Good luck and God bless you all.
I, Dr. N.P. Dakshinkar, Vice Chancellor, Chhattisgarh Kamdenu Vishwavidyalaya, wish you all a very happy World Veterinary Day. This year's theme is environmental protection for improving animal and human health. Veterinarians play a key role in protecting environment, and I feel this is a moment to cherish for all of us.